Hey everyone, it's Katie. How are you? I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. It's what day is it? Oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday afternoon, and it's starting to feel like every day is the same. Hope you guys are all staying well and are occupied. I have promised to keep you occupied during this time. We're going to get started on a stream about Kody and the Sister Wives and the latest episode and some stuff that happened offline on Twitter. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know that I had reached out to Derek Dillard about mid-January via their website, and it was a media. I did it through their media inquiries. And he actually responded yesterday night and let me know that he is interested and would be willing to speak with me. So I will keep you guys posted. I am going to be I've drafted some questions that I'd like to ask him. But if there are questions that you have in mind that you would like me to ask, make sure that you consider sending those to me via my email address, which is in my about section, without a crystal ball 78@gmail.com. We are going to try to maintain being respectful to him and to Jill, as this would be a really big step for them to actually speak to someone because they don't do that frequently. So I'm super excited and I hope to hear from him soon. Thank you if you're watching, Derek, for reaching out to me, and I definitely look forward to you and I getting to know each other. Okay, so here we go. So earlier this week on Sister Wives, we had Kody and Christine Brown, or Kody and Robyn Brown, and this sort of back and forth about a home that they are purchasing or a home that they needed to purchase in Flagstaff because the rental that they were living in was actually up for sale and they needed to find a place. Robyn was unable to actually find a place to live. And there was this like back and forth that was going between them. She wanted to rent, Kody wanted to buy. Kody insisted that there was nothing in the rental market for Robyn at that time because she wanted so many bedrooms and had a lot of specific needs. Robyn was actually reluctant to purchase because she didn't want to use the down payment that she had received from the sale of her home in Vegas for her to be able to she didn't want to have to put that money into a home. She wanted to put that into building. The plan when they moved from Vegas to Flagstaff was that they were going to build homes on property on Coyote Pass, but Kody admitted during this episode that that property actually requires a ton of infrastructure, and due to that, he would actually have to spend a lot of time putting in like sewer, water, all of the utilities. There's a large flood zone, he said, so it was going to take anywhere from 18 to 24 months. So, with that being said, there was a lot of back and forth, and Kody was actually acting very, I don't know, he's been not nice to Christine this season, not forgiving her for not wanting to build a single home. And now it seems that his stress and his frustration about Robyn's situation has created a, well, let's just show you what Kody says. Let's just show you how Kody qualifies this. So Kody actually said, my sweet ladies of don't understand that when a warrior goes to war, Mr. Nice Guy exits. This situation feels like war. Retrospectively, I realized that kindness would accomplish more. The stress of the situation over so many months has weakened my goodness. So it's true, you guys. Kody literally referred to himself as a warrior, and that he is blaming his response to Robyn on the fact that he is so stressed out, and finding her a home is equivalent to people going and serving our country. I don't know if you're a former service member, but I actually kind of find that offensive, Mr. Kody Brown. And then he went on to say, I know I'm being intense here, even mean. I'm angry. I have a responsibility to house my children close enough to see them often. I believe that means I must buy a home, not what I want, but what I must do. Again, he's not showing any sort of empathy towards Robyn. And again, he's making this all about what he needs to do for himself. Then he says, this drama about sticking to our plan is more about keeping the family together and close. I don't believe that is more important than keeping a roof over our heads. So he's mocking her wanting to stick to their plan of building on the land in Coyote Pass, and obviously this is just ridiculous. Because it's true, if they put the down payment money into the home that they purchased for Robyn instead of putting it towards the property, it is going to definitely delay them a long time. Like a long time. So, then he said, for the life of me, I really didn't know why Robyn wouldn't budge on this. I was literally losing my mind. I see her acquiescing here a little, but it is breaking her heart. So instead of actually like talking about how he feels like bad for how he's treating her, and how he's reacting to her, I mean, he's literally like at one point on the show making her cry, by basically like steamrolling her into this, like decision to buy a home when she's clearly not ready. And this was him saying it's breaking her heart. Okay, maybe you're the one that's causing her heartbreak. You've promised her all of these things. You're not living up to these promises. She's standing up for herself. You're not actually being sympathetic to her. You are just saying, nah. Like, no empathy. Absolutely no emotion and no responsibility. So Christine, never the silent one, actually took to Twitter, and go Christine, because you said what every single person watching the show was feeling. Wow, Kody, you look like a bully. I know you're not trying to, but man, go easy on my sister wife. Seriously. The way that he was speaking to Robyn was not like, thoughtful. It wasn't like endearing. It was like, you're dumb, I'm smart, you don't get it. And on Twitter, his response was like, well, statistically, there was more homes on the market for sale than there were for rent. So statistically speaking, we have to make this decision. Well, statistically speaking, doesn't always make it like pragmatic. Like, just because it's practical doesn't mean that it matches what Robyn, who is an extremely literal person, we're learning, she's being like, she is stuck to this idea. And we've already got one sister wife, Christine, who had to purchase a home, so her down payment money has gone away. And if Robyn buys a home, which she did, which was almost $900,000, by the way, why did you need to spend that kind of cash? You could have found something way more reasonable, but instead you decided to buy a home that was worth $900,000, and all of that down payment money went towards her home versus anything else. So building in Flagstaff is really looking very improbable at this point, and it's probably why Janelle said that they don't believe that she's actually going to build on the property. So I would actually call her statement to Kody not so much as, I would actually call this almost a understatement. So she actually calls him a bully. Then she said, I'm sorry. Then someone actually said, my family knows that I live for my sister wives Sunday. Yet every Sunday around this time, my husband and son seem to have some non-urgent topics of conversations to me that drags on and on, help or advice. And she says, sorry, that's when having sister wives is great. Kody can be somewhere else and I can watch my favorite shows. Burn! I do get the sense that Christine really does like her independence and probably enjoys the fact that she doesn't have to spend as much time with Kody, and the fact that he has other relationships. Sometimes I don't even think he really has much of a relationship at all with the sister wives, and he really has been dragging Christine and treating her like terribly this season. So good for you, Christine, for actually standing up. So here's the thing. There's different ways that you can meet and get your way, Kody. And one of them is not the way that you treated Robyn. And I said this actually a few days ago, and you guys did not believe me. But I would say if there were any wives in this family that were going to leave Kody, it's going to be Robyn. Because Robyn's already been through a divorce. Actually, Janelle has too. But Robyn's already been through a divorce. She's already said that if things get to a point where it's like not good for her, like what happened in her previous marriage, she would leave. So I absolutely believe that if things didn't improve here, she would go. And I think that if he doesn't continue to if he doesn't rein in some of that behavior, she will leave him. I don't think it's a possibility of if, it would be more like when. And Kody is such an egomaniac that he can only pretend to be this loving and a doting husband for so long. Instead, now he's being and showing Robyn the real person after all of these years. And it's going to be only a matter of time before he brings in another wife. Robyn is kicked to not being the favorite, and it all starts over again. Robyn has been able to maintain her position as the favorite wife for almost a decade, but it's clear that the tides are turning, and I have a feeling that eventually a new wife will be taken and her position will be removed. So I'm glad that Christine has stuck up for Robyn. I really hope Christine leaves him. I do think Christine would be the other one that would be probable to leave him, given the fact that her mother has also left, along with her aunt Kristen, and she would have support outside of the group if she decided to leave Kody and leave polygamy. So tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think, are you impressed with Christine sticking up for Robyn? Do you think that he was acting like that? Tell me in the comments below. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Bye.